Good Friday afternoon, Nidhi. How are you today?
I'm good, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. I hope you had a wonderful week.
Yes, I did. How was yours?
My week was fantastic, but my week was not as fantastic as right this second because I am with you and all of our wonderful folks today. So right now is even better.
Likewise, exactly. Excited to do the webinar with you today, Michelle.
As always, yes, I am as well. So I always have to know, what are you doing this weekend?
Um, well, there's a Indian festival, Navratri. There's Garba dance, which is one of my most favorite. So I'm excited to go out and dance with my friends. What about you?
Oh, I love that. And of course, you're going to take tons of pictures and you're going to share them with me, I hope.
Of course, I will. I promise.
Excellent. I'm actually doing something that I know is a huge passion of yours, and I wish I could send it, but I am making a roasted apple pie this weekend from scratch.
Oh, that's amazing. So you're baking this weekend.
I am going to bake in the morning, yes. It looks like it's going to be a rainy washout weekend, so that is going to be something I'm going to do. So, yes.
That sounds like a plan. Good. Let me
Yes.
know how your baking experience turns out over the weekend.
I will. And I do expect lots of pictures and videos. I want to see a video of you twirling all around.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yes, yes. Very exciting. So we have a great webinar going on today, Friday, the October 4th, to introduce everyone to our boot camps. But as always, we do want to give some folks another minute or so to come on board. We do know it is Friday afternoon, so everyone may feel a little sluggish with a very wonderful and hectic week. So as everyone is adjusting in, you do have another 30 seconds or so to go grab a cup of coffee, glass of water, whatever you need, settle in, sit on the couch, prop up that laptop, and get ready for a really awesome webinar with your two lovely co-hosts. Um, so
Great.
Nidhi, share with me, what are we ready to get into today as we explore who we are, what we do, and what makes Elevate Me so exciting. So, folks, let me tell you, we are here at Elevate Me, we are a disruptor. We here at Elevate Me offer a groundbreaking path for international students, hoping to make that fabulous impact in the US sector. Our goal here at Elevate Me is to unleash your potential and elevate you to the top of this field. Our goal is to enable you to make that lasting impact. We here at Elevate Me are committed to supporting you every step of the way with an expert-led curriculum, practical project experience, and a comprehensive expert career curriculum and support. Here at Elevate Me, another very cool thing is that our students receive a certificate of completion upon graduation. This certificate is accredited by the Ohio State Board of Career Colleges. This certificate validates the acquired skills that they receive that enhances their professional credibility and carries a very significant weight in their professional profile. It emphasizes the rigorous standards as well as the industry relevance of their curriculum, making this certificate a testament to your readiness, folks, and capability in the field. Elevate Me bridges the gap between theoretical and practical, enhances your IT skills, greatly accelerating the transition from education to professional employment. This is supported by our 8-week rigorous capstone real-time project with over 150 real-time hours. And it's project training led by a mentor, supported by a career coach. Together, all of these elements elevate you to giving you that experience that is required in the industry, making you, for everybody, competitive in the IT market. You have as well personalized and one-on-one group and career coaching, soft skill support, job application material support, getting you ready for that first, second, and third rounds, leading you to that first job. You also have the option to mention the boot camp on your resume in the work experience as a fellow trainee. All of this encompasses what we do, who we are, and helps elevate you to the next level. Nidhi.
Perfect. Thank you so much for walking us through all of those points, Michelle. We're also very excited to welcome our CEO, Mr. Shani Bavsar. He's there on the call here. Really excited to have you here, Shani.
Thank you, Niti. I'm equally excited and looking forward to answering the questions that the student or prospect students might have for us. Thank you for.
Okay, looking forward to that. Perfect. So just a quick request, if you're here on the Zoom link, please do leave any questions that you have through the presentation into the little Q&A chat bot below. Or if you're joining us through YouTube, feel free, you can put on the comment section and we'll pick it up from there. So Michelle just walked us through all of the offerings that we have on the bootcamp, which is amazing. And over and above that, we also offer 100% money back guarantee. I don't think there's any other assurance that a student could receive possibly in today's market. So how our money back guarantee works is once you've enrolled with us and you haven't received, if you do not have a job within 8 months of having started the bootcamp with us, you receive all of the money back. So it's not like we keep anything with us. This is just to show our commitment to you and to give you that assurance that we are here to support you through the entire job search journey. So yeah, over to you, Michelle.
I love every time you share this slide because it really shows our commitment to our students and the fact that we believe and we have such success in this. So again, every slide is my favorite, but that happens to be one of my favorites. So I just get so excited when you do that. All right, everyone. Now let's talk about what we offer. And there are 6 components, 6 key components. Each one of them is so important. Let's talk about that live project. It is mentor-led. It is a practical, real-time, real-world project. And what's really important that's going on right now, and you can check Newsweek article, is that employers want practical, not just theoretical. And here at Elevate Me, we know that, which is why we've designed a course that gives you practical. As I shared before, we're taking your theoretical and enhancing it with practical. That is what that technical mentor-led is going to enhance and give you. It is fantastic. If you've ever heard me talk about it, it's one of my favorites. I love when we have our projects because I love, love, love our live project almost as much as I love the next point, which is our capstone projects. So not only are you getting a 1 project, you're also developing the skills that you already have with the foundational training. We have 2, and if I do my math correctly, that means 3. Don't ask me to do any more math, folks. You know, I'm not good at technical hard math. But that's 2 more projects that you're adding to your GitHub, that foundational training, those 2 capstones, that is again, enhancing and giving you practical experience. It's building upon the experience you already have. We want to enhance your basics. We here understand what it takes to get a job. We all have been in your situation. We all have been in your shoes. So therefore, we want to make you stronger. What we're doing is giving you those skills. We want to enhance. Remember, we're all doing it ethically and honestly. Nothing is fake. And you can talk about it because you have done it, which is awesome. Love that part as well. Those two first points combine to the third point, which is enhancing your GitHub. So you may already have tons of projects on your GitHub. Now we're adding 3 real time that you can talk about currently. What is happening now that employers want to see? So you are standing out in the marketplace. Our technical mentor knows what it takes, and he has designed this beautiful course. So he is going to enhance, and I should say, help you enhance your GitHub. These 3 components of our live project, our technical section, is going to make you stand out. This is key. This is what employers want. Coincide with this, and they work hand in glove, so it's not one and then the other. Together, you are having that career support. Career support begins day 1. Awesome. Even better, right? We all here, we want career support. We want help. We want to work with someone. We gave that to you, everybody. We gave it to you. Day 1. Job search support is exclusive 1. You are reaching out. You are having a conversation with your career coach. They are helping you prepare for the next steps. They are with you every step of the way, walking you through, listening to you, understanding what it's like. Alongside that type of support, you're also getting the personal and professional support and growth. Not only do we want to help you get a job, but we want to help you keep it and then grow in this economy, grow in this market, grow in this country. Maybe some of you have dreams of being vice presidents and CEOs or owning your own business, which I would love. What we would like to do is help you develop the soft skills and the training to achieve that, to stay in employment, to become, if you allow yourself to dream, what you really want to become, which is awesome, right? Alongside of all this, and what I feel is probably a really key component is our last one, is that human support. We have a beautiful team here at Elevate Me that cares about our students. That's the human support. You have your one-on-one technical mentor calls. You've got the one-on-one coaching calls. You've got weekly office hours. We also use WhatsApp that our students reach out for anything. They have questions. They just want to say hello. There's constant contact always happening because not only are we here for your success, but we're here for what happens on the inside, because this is an emotional, taxing, draining process. We want to make sure that holistically you are okay. You are feeling positive. And if there's something going on, we want to know about it. Maybe you want to share with us what's happening on Instagram. Maybe you have a great hobby. We want to know. We want to support you. We want to encourage you. That's the human touch. That's what makes us here at Elevate Me the disruptor. That's what makes us different from everybody else. That's why we are so successful. Nidhi.
Perfect. Thank you so much for walking us through that, Michelle. And you were just mentioning that last bit where sometimes students just want to share their stories. We have some really incredible stories with our students already, isn't it? Like, some of them are, awesome at arm wrestling, and some of them have very interesting interest in music or books. So we would love to get to know you. Okay, so that's what we're here for. In this next slide, we'll just have a look at all of the offerings that we have on the Fast Track Data Analytics and Machine Learning course. Now, this course has been designed specifically to meet all of your needs. So we've designed this course keeping your requirements, your timing, your support needs in mind. The duration of our course is 5 months. And like I mentioned, it's designed specifically for international students like you who have already graduated and has an OPT, right? And since we understand that you're crunched on time, you're looking for a job, you've just graduated, you're trying to figure out what's the next step, we've made sure that the course is very accessible for you. And hence, we have weekly batches. So it's unlike any of the other boot camps, which usually enroll students on a monthly basis. None of our students have to wait that long. once you have a payment made today, as soon as even next Monday, you enroll into the course with us. Alongside that, we have the 2 months technical training, as Michelle just mentioned in the previous slide. This is a mentor-led technical training. So our mentor comes with years of experience. He's been a data analyst in the market. He even moved up to a data scientist and then decided to come and help students very similar to you. So he knows what's required in the corporate world, and he's going to train you very similar to how an on-the-job training is done under an actual mentor in the companies outside, right? So it cannot get better than that. And of course, the job search support. Now we have flexible job application support that you'll receive from the team. We'll come to more of those discussions in the upcoming slide, but then there is a dedicated career services executive team who is there to do the job applications while you're going through the course materials and also the live project. So, and yeah, the reason why it's flexible is simply because you can start as early as week 1. So you can have like up to 5 months of job application support from our team. And yeah, we are really eager to support you in your job search journey. And the sooner you are ready for it, we're happy for that as well. So yes, over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. So as Nidhi just shared, right, she kind of broke it down a little bit. Let's kind of look at how it is now in phases. And what we mean by that is that it really depends on when you come in. Our live projects start the first of every month. So depending on when you enroll, but let me preface, career support begins the first day that you come into our program. So that does not change. Phase 1 is our capstone projects. I think you recall me saying how much I love our capstone projects, because this is that you're able to put these into your GitHub. These give you additional training to go on, right, and to help you. I strongly encourage you to do them because all they do is help you build up your skills, give you that great forward to the live project. This also works as you are starting career support. So depending on when you come in, plus you also get to work on your career materials before you begin the live project. So it also kind of helps, right? But again, if you start the phase 1, you have your foundational capstone project. And as you can see, career coaching does begin. Nothing waits. Career coaching always starts. But you may have your foundational capstone projects, which I do love. And then depending on, let's say you enroll on a Friday right before the first of the month, for example, then you would start the live project. As you see again, career coaching does start. So then phase 1 and phase 2 are very fluid. It doesn't have to go in order. The mentor-led, again, would start. But let me also say, you also can do the capstone projects. That is not off the limits. You can still do that in conjunction with the live project. Again, I would recommend that. Career coaching is still there. You never lose your career coach. Then as you continue doing the live project, which is for 8 weeks, let me tell you, everybody, see the title, it says fast track. It is fast. I think sometimes I sneeze and the course is over, right? That's how fast it is, right? I think sometimes I've sneezed and Nidhi says, the meeting's over, our meeting is over. That's how, I'm telling you, it's fast, everybody. So don't even blink. How about you're not even allowed to blink? That's how fast the course goes, right? But it's so exciting, right? I can't tell you how much I enjoy this program. I love our technical mentor, right? If I could take the course, I would, but I can't because I work here. I don't think they would let me, right? So love it. Now we get to phase 3. Your course is over. You've sneezed, you've blinked, it's done. You still have career coaching and your job application support has started. Job application support, usually we want it to begin within the first 4 weeks, right? Your materials are done, you're ready to go, you're excited, and now you've entered. Now you have assistance with the job application support. You have a dedicated person helping you with that type of support you're still having career coaching. So all of this is a very, very fluid process. Everything is very successful. It all works, but it is fast. Right? So your time and energy and their dedication is crucial. But I will also say it's a partnership. As you can kind of see, we've all been here talking about how much we want your success, as long as you're giving back, right? We'll even give you that tissue when you sneeze and the program's over, but you got to put time and energy in. It's very cool. All right, Nidhi, back to you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. So now we'll come to this slide, which is very exciting slide. So most of the students who join us on the bootcamp, they always ask us, what are you going to do differently? Like, I've been doing job applications on my own. I'm not really getting the job. How are you really going to be able to help us out? So here in this slide, we're going to talk about all of the key offerings that we have from the bootcamp to make sure that you have the job that you're looking for. So as Michelle said in the previous slide, you do have access to one-on-one career coaching call right from day one. And it's very critical to have a career coach beside you. Your coach comes with years of experience, having placed a lot of students in the US job market and knows exactly what it takes to navigate a job search. So having that kind of person next to you and the inputs that's required to navigate the job search, that's one of the best things that you can get in the bootcamp. Apart from that, the live project that you do with us on the bootcamp can go as a real world or a real-time experience in your resume under your work experience section. In one of the upcoming slides, we'll talk about how that would be placed and what that would look like. But then how exciting is that? I mean, we've had students who've joined us on the bootcamp with no experience in the US market. And that's what we're offering you through the bootcamp here. Apart from that, now this is something that most of our students are excited about, the job application support. So as I said, there is a dedicated team to do more than 100 job applications per week on your behalf when you're concentrating on upskilling or even picking up on the real world experience through the bootcamp. So I remember we used to do a couple of maths before, but yeah, this is one of the most exciting part that our students are really keen on starting off. And then comes the mock interview training. Now, this is something that you wouldn't receive externally. Now, what exactly is a mock interview training? As Michelle said, we have a career coach as well as a technical mentor on the bootcamp. And what you can do is, let's say you want to prep for an external interview. Let's say you have an interview lined up sometime next week and you're not feeling very confident. You can get on a call with your career coach or your technical mentor, share your job description, and do a mock interview training, which gives you that extra confidence when you go out and have a real world interview as well. So these are all of the components that we have. And yeah, over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Nidhi. So I also want to give a shout out to everybody that's already been putting questions in the Q&A, which is right down below. So thank you everyone for putting them in. We are so excited to get to them at the end. But of course, please continue putting in all of those great questions that you already have. So keep going, everybody. But thank you to everyone that has already put them in. Awesome. So now we get to one of my favorite slides. I think I've said that a bunch of times, but one of my favorite. These are just a handful of the companies that we apply for based on what the market is dictating. These are some of the greatest companies that have been listed by employees as the best companies to work for, which is so cool. Right? You've got Bank of America, Amazon, Meta, right? Ernst & Young. Ernst & Young has been on Fortune's best 100 companies for several years running. There's a lot of other companies on here. Cognizant, Deloitte have all been on Fortune's best 100 companies, right? These are, again, companies, depending on the market, depending on what's available, that we apply for. This is not the only list of companies. We apply for hundreds, right? Even more than this. But the screen doesn't allow us to put them all on, right? And it would be so tiny that even I wouldn't be able to read them. So we wanted to just give you a handful. But we wanted to also show you that we do apply for a bunch of companies. The one thing that's not on here, if you will all take a look, are consultancies. We apply for large companies, companies that sponsor, staffing agencies. No consultancies. We specifically do not do that. We are 100% different from them. If you notice when I first started speaking, there's nothing fake. We are ethical and we are honest. We are not a consultancy. We do not even apply for them. Right? So that's not what you'll see on here. And we will never apply for those. Cool thing about us. Another reason why I love this slide. Right? Plus, we want to help you get into some of the best companies out there because we want you to stay with that company. Right? If you like your job, you're going to stay. Even better. I like my job. I'm going to stay. That's the whole point. Right? So as I'm letting you digest this list, which is a great list, you will allow yourself to dream of what you can be. Yes, you all want a job, but now allow yourself to dream of what you can be next, which is really cool. And that's here at Elevate Me, which we want to allow you to do. We want to allow you to elevate to that next level. Not just what's tomorrow, but what can be and what could be and what the future will look like. That is why we started. That is why we are successful. And that is what we want for all of you. Back to you, Nidhi.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And thanks a lot for calling out that we will not apply to consultancies. There are some students who do misunderstand staffing companies for consultancy. So yeah, thanks a lot for calling that out. So in this slide, as I mentioned earlier, one of the most exciting part of joining the bootcamp is that you can put the experience of the bootcamp, the live project experience, under your work experience section. Now, how do you do that? This is a question that we almost get from all the students. Like, how am I supposed to put this under the work experience section? It's not like I work for you. So how you put this up is you put it under the work experience section as a fellow. So you're a data analytics and machine learning fellow with us on the bootcamp. And a fellow is a person who is on a fellowship under training. And that's how you highlight this under the resume. Now, on the example that you can see on the left, you can see, as Michelle has mentioned, there are capstone projects that you can do on the bootcamp. You can put the capstone project details up. We have a data analytics and machine learning project that you can do just to enhance your resume as well as your portfolio. And apart from that, the live project that we have. So all of the details, including what the problem statement was, what was the tools that you used, what was the process that you followed, what is the final outcome looking like, all of these are details that you can capture under the work experience section as well. And of course, this does go under the education section if that's a question that you have. We do have some questions, students who come in and ask, okay, does this, in that case, go under the education section? Of course. You are here on the bootcamp. We are, as Michelle said, accredited by the state of Ohio. So you can have that put under your education section as well. And once you get the certificate from us, it can go under your licensing and certification as well. So yeah, we're really excited that we can go. I don't think there's a lot of places out there that can go in all three, but then that's what we offer here on the bootcamp. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you. So once again, everyone, as we conclude, please continue putting in your questions and answers in the little Q&A at the bottom. So now the big question is, I'm so excited. I love everything that I've heard. I want to start now. How do I do that? I love that question. So what you're going to do is you're going to visit our website and hit the Apply Now button. There's a little button that says Apply Now. So how do we get to our website? Great question. Our website is elevateme.pro. elevateme.pro. It's elevateme.pro. Again, there's that beautiful Apply Now button. Please click on there and you can fill out the application. Some of you may have calls that you want to reach out to our admissions advisors. They are fantastic. You may call at 614-965-8005. Again, the number is 614-965-8005. And if you have a question that you prefer to email and you may not be comfortable asking us, you may email us at info@elevateme.pro. That is info@elevateme.pro. Pro. If at any time you need this information again, please let us know, but definitely check out our website. Our admissions advisors are fantastic. They're super duper nice, and they would love to speak with you as well. So we're going to start our Q&A round. As Nidhi mentioned in the very beginning of our conversation, we are lucky enough to have our CEO with us today. So we are going to have Shani speak with us as well. And if you've ever seen one of our webinars before, we have also our question asker, Archit, back with us. So we've got a full house, everyone. So keep those questions coming.
Hey Michelle, nice to be here.
Hi, Archit.
Hi guys.
And
So yeah,
Shani.
let's.
Yeah,
Hi
and
Shani.
Shani, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Archit, good to see you.
Question asker, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get fired right away. So yeah, the first question is, why do I need career coaching?
Okay, that's a great question. I'll be happy to take that. Yeah, so as we were going through I'm sure most of you might not even know exactly what a career coach is. I've had students on the bootcamp ask exactly what a career coach does. So let me just start off with that. So a career coach is somebody who comes with by the way, like the career coach that we have on our bootcamp comes with a life and career coaching certification, has all of the knowledge to guide you on the job search, and knows exactly how to navigate the job market. So our career coach comes with experience from the HR side. Okay, now this is something very, very critical. Not a lot of people would know exactly what is running in the mind of an HR. That's the kind of input and training the coach would give you. Now, you wouldn't get, I'm sure there's a lot of information out on the internet. You might wonder, okay, how do I answer on certain questions? There's a lot of information out there, but then how do you personalize it to your journey, to your experience? That's the kind of coaching that the coach would give you. And another thing is in the US job market, I'm sure all of you are aware, it's a very challenging market out there right now. It's not as easy to navigate as it was earlier. So what the coach does is guide you and train you on how to effectively network. You can network, but then knowing whom to reach out to, what kind of language to use, how to build that connect is something that the coach trains you on as well. So it's very, very vital. And this is information, like I said, there's a lot of information out there on the website. But then when it comes with years of experience, Michelle is the career coach we have in our bootcamp. She comes with more than 16 years of experience, tackled so many market situations. The COVID, the recessions, so many, and then still successfully navigating people through the challenging job market. So that's something you wouldn't get externally anywhere else. Yeah, I hope that answers it. If there's a follow-up question, please feel free to.
Thanks for the detailed answer, Nidhi.
I think I would like to add a few things if it is okay, Archit.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
So I think I was just seeing the numbers of career coaches available in the US. That is around 12,000 career coaches are there in the US. So that's quite a significant number. And then I came here as an international student, right? Just like many of our audience here watching us. So as an international student, I think the career coaching does not exist, or we are not much familiar with that term. And in my opinion, from my personal experience, the career coaching is very much needed for many things, as you mentioned, networking, Nidhi. The second thing is interview preparation is also, I think, very important because, we as an international student, we actually don't know if we are doing good or bad, right? We are just giving interviews, but we actually don't know. The third thing is how to present yourself, small things which are very important in the US, but may not be as important in other countries. So for example, where I grew up in a very small town in India. So if you are late for 5-10 minutes, it actually does not matter much. It is okay to do that. But in the US, it is not the way it is. You got to be, show up early, if not on time. So the small etiquettes that no one talks about, I would say the career coach can catch those things and tell in a very polite manner that doesn't hurt you. So there is a lot of small details that career coach also brings our attention to as an international student. Apart from networking, resume and how to apply for jobs, and that are all, yes, very important. But these are, I think, no one else can do other than career coach.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that addition, Shani. Really appreciate that. We have a question. What kind of project we are going to work during the bootcamp training? So probably I can go ahead with that. So what we are going to do is we have a 7 GB database, which we've got from a company which is in the tech and entertainment space, right? So like that company is in the business of booking festivals, corporate events, private functions, on a global scale, right? And like their board is tasked with making informed business decisions, and they want to like get key sales statistics, analytical insights to take the right business decisions, right? So they want to forecast the revenue, they want to forecast the profitability, and so that like they can know the future business trends, and that's how like they can progress, right? So we have this 7 GB database hosted on Azure SQL. We'll be using Azure Cloud Services primarily. So we'll be using SQL to build the data analytics capabilities, get the insights from the data. Also, we'll be using Azure ML Studio to like implement the machine learning part, so that like we can forecast the revenue and like the business trends. We'll be using Power BI to make the dashboards and reporting and stuff like that, right? The visualizations present all the insights to the C-suite management. And also at the very core, we are going to use Python and its associated libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, sklearn to do the coding part. So yeah, this is in brief like what the project is. What we are trying to do is like mimic a real world scenario with this project. We are going to give you live practical training, like if you were to do a project in a company, right, how that would go. So you would be having daily stand-up meetings, you will be working in teams of like 4 to 5 people, you will be collaborating with your teammates, you will be having internal meetings, stuff like that. And so like this is something which we are doing, which no other traditional boot camps are doing, right? Providing you hands-on experience with the live project. So yeah, that was a bit about the project that we're going to do. I have a follow-up question in this. As I'm currently working, so not able to provide more than 2 hours between my office hours. Yeah, so I think like you mean to say from 9 to 5, like between that you'll not be able to provide more than 2 hours. That's what I assume, and that's totally fine. That's totally okay as long as like you're committed to work after your office hours, and like you're willing to collaborate with your rest of the team members, and you're like doing the work that has been allotted to you on the live project. Kind of on a daily basis, then yeah, it should work. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. So let's,
I think,
Shani, do you want to add something?
yeah,
Yeah.
one more thing I would like to add. So what is the project is, of course, you answered it really well. I
Mm.
think as an international student, I also get a question in my mind is like, hey, as a past international student, of
Mm.
course, is why that project, right? That's also an important question to ask. Like, why is that project and how it is going to help me?
Sure.
So,
Yeah,
so why, if you can answer that,
definitely.
I would appreciate that.
Definitely, yeah, because like why we have specifically chosen these kind of tools to use is because like these are the industry standard tools, right? Cloud services are being used by each and every company these days. Like data is on the rise, right? So with ML and AI coming into the picture, like you very well need cloud solutions to implement your solutions, right? So what we are trying to give students is that they gain practical skills that are directly transferable to their workplace, right? Another thing is that like we are going through end to end project life cycle. So we are starting right from the data extraction process, going into data cleaning, preparing the data for modeling, doing the machine learning modeling, and finally like concluding with the deployment of the model, right? Also, we'll be making use of Power BI to showcase the insights that we've churned from the project. So these are skills that will make students well versed with each and every stage of the process, and it will make them more versatile and job ready. So yeah, this is why this project is important.
And I think the another part of this is, I think the for international student, as I see as a past international student, this actually helps me prepare for an interview, right?
Yeah,
Because when the questions are being asked in the interview, the interviewer is looking for an answers that are more real-time answers, right? So that is more around like a teamwork. How do you
yeah,
communicate? How do you do certain work on a Jira? How
sure,
do you do the project management? So these all aspects of work that is not being taught at the academic level or by yourself. So you can go online and you can learn machine learning, or you can learn Azure. But the teamwork and how do you work on at a company level, that is not being taught at the academic level. So I think this real-time project is kind of bridging a gap between the academic and the workplace. So then in the interviews, you can explain them, and that would be actually really, really impressive for the hiring manager. I think the work in a job comes later on, but the interview itself, it helps a lot actually, in my opinion. So that is what the
definitely, Shani.
big help here.
Yeah, yeah, totally makes sense. Makes sense. I have a follow-up question. Archit, as I informed that I'm currently working and your team informed me that I have to attend daily meetings, but it won't be possible for me. Does that work for you? Uh, Yeah, like we have daily stand-up meetings 2 times a week actually. So if possible, like it is kind of mandatory to attend those. But like if you're not able to attend that for because of work, we totally understand that. What we can do is like provide you with the recordings of those DSM meetings, and then like you can have a look at them. But like yeah, it is mandatory to attend the batch, the internal meetings that I mean to say, because like you'll have to collaborate with other students on your team. So yeah, it will be important to attend those, and yeah, it would be kind of important to attend the DSMs also. Like you can't skip more than 2 3 actually. So because like they are a very important part of getting progress updates, allotting you the tasks, under getting an understanding of like the overall project, and like whatever difficulties you might be facing. Brainstorming sessions happen on those DSMs. So yeah, I would say like they are pretty important. But like yeah, you can maybe email or reach out to our team and we can maybe figure out a way.
Correct. And also, I would be more interested to know about your situation, the person who is asking the questions. Like, for
Mhm.
example, if you are doing an unpaid internship, so I recommend that you speak with the manager and figure this out. If you're or if you're not happy with your job, I think those are the two situations you would join Elevate Me for, right? If you're happy with your job, if you're doing fine, then I don't recommend joining us. Okay. I don't recommend joining Elevate Me in that situation. So you join Elevate Me only if you're looking for a job. So in that situation, you have to take this as a priority, uh, in compared to your existing job or an internship or a non-profit work, whatever you are doing, you need to kind of make that a second priority.
Makes total sense, Shani. So we have another question. Is my certification from you guys going to be any useful to companies? So I think he's talking about the certificate from Elevate Me. Is that going to help them get hired?
Yeah, I can answer that. Maybe, and then Niti and Michelle, you can add as well. So uh, I would say 100% yes, right? So the hiring managers are smart enough They are going to look at the certificate, and certificate is going to include the details what you have accomplished. So the hiring managers will look at that and they'll be like, wow, this person knows what he's doing, right? So that's a number one. Number two, when the hiring manager will reach out to us as Elevate Me, we will be also able to provide them more details, what exactly you have done as a student. So that is again going to elevate the, the confidence in you for the hiring manager. And the third thing is the resume. Unfortunately, because of the situation in the marketplace right now, the trust in the resume is not there anymore. So if you have an experience, there is chances that the hiring manager will look at that experience as a fake experience. But if you add Elevate Me in the resume, that would actually eliminate that doubt in the hiring manager's mind, because the hiring managers would know that Elevate Me is not doing that, and that is a boot camp governed by state government, right? So state government is keeping an eye on us. They ask us the reports, they ask us to maintain the standards. If we don't, we are out of the business. So we have to maintain those standards. So the hiring manager is gaining trust in you via government and Elevate Me. So your profile is becoming more legitimate, and the hiring manager will have a more trust in your profile. So this is how it is helping hire, you to get hired faster because of the Elevate Me. Niti and Michelle, you want to add anything?
No, those were great points, Shani. And as you mentioned, we're backed by the state, so that holds a lot of credibility. It's not like any bootcamp which is not backed by like the government. And also the fact that, as you mentioned, a lot of international students, they might have like years of experience showing in their resume, but it's not real. But when a company sees that it's from a boot camp and it's actual work experience, it's done under a mentor and so on, it holds more credibility there. So yeah, I think you covered everything, Shani.
Yeah. So we have another question. Will Elevate Me directly help with resume building and job applications and referrals? Like the project mentors, will they refer us to companies they work at, or just the project? So
Yeah,
I think like she means to say that like if I'm a technical mentor, would I be
would you
referring?
be able to?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not how it works. Disha, thanks a lot for posting this question for us. So we do help with resume building. What we do is guide you on rebuilding the right resume. We're not going to write the resume for you. I hope that kind of clarifies. So what we have is an ATS friendly resume template. ATS friendly resumes are really required to get through any job applications. There's no point in just applying for jobs with a bad resume format. And then when it comes to the job applications, yes, we have it, as I mentioned even on the PPT, we have a dedicated team that'll be doing the job applications on your behalf from the bootcamp. But when it comes to referrals, no, the mentor would not be referring you to companies. That's not how it works. Rather, we guide you and we teach you how to get referrals yourself. And that's a skill that we want you to build on the bootcamp. Because it not only ensures your first job, but also any other job in the market. So there's a specific way on how you can reach out to people and ask for referrals. That's a skill that will be taught for you on the bootcamp. I hope that answers. Feel free to put in a follow-up question if you have another question.
So I think Niti, another thing important application team, right? That is referring.
Yeah.
So they're applying for the job, they're reaching out to the hiring managers,
Right, yes.
So that is actually they are doing more than what mentor is supposed to do. Mentor might have a limited contacts, like Archit may know 5, 10, 15, 20 people. But
Yeah.
there is a dedicated team actually doing that work.
That's right. I missed out on that. So when you are learning how to upskill and the coach is there to support you, our team is also doing, the outreach, sending LinkedIn emails and so on, just to expand your network and make sure that your profile is visible to many people in the industry, the right contacts in the industry.
Yeah. Okay,
But that
let's
was a
move.
great question.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to the next question. So if I join today, when will my job placement services start?
Okay. Michelle, do you want to take it up? Yeah.
Sure. No, did you want to do it?
No, you can go ahead. You can. What we need to highlight is the prerequisites, what they need to submit, and how soon, they can start.
So career services starts from day one. There are 4 prerequisites to get into marketing and we ask that you do it within 4 weeks, as long as you're completing the 4 prerequisites. So it can start anytime up until then, before then, but no later than the 4 weeks. That is mandatory that it must start up until the 4 weeks, anytime before. So job application support can start week 1 if you get all prerequisites done, and up until the 4 weeks, which is mandatory that you have to have everything done. So
And it's not necessary for you to, the students, this is just to clarify, just in case your question is also around, do I need to complete the live project before I start the job application process? And the answer is definitely a no.
No,
You don't need to wait all the time.
No, they're hand in hand. They go together. They're simultaneously. Everything is simultaneous.
That's right.
I have a follow-up question, Michelle. Like, from the student you have worked with, which student have done the fastest from enrollment to the like? Would it in 2 weeks?
2.5 weeks within, so that 3rd week, that was 2.5 weeks. They didn't meet with me that Monday, so it was in the 3rd week. They got everything done. It was very strategic the way they scheduled things.
If someone is very active, in my opinion, they can also do it in a 1.5 week, in my opinion. If someone is very active, someone can finish the online curriculum, right? Then
that was the key word. However proactive they are, correct. Within a week and a half, done. And because it's coordinating schedules, getting it done, and they really how dedicated and how badly they want it. Absolutely. And myself and Archit, we're here to support them. And our goal is to get them to marketing. So we are absolutely here to support them to make sure that happens.
Makes sense.
We have another question. How are you guys different than a consultancy?
I always love that question. The big thing of why we are different and how we are different is that we are ethical, honest, and there is nothing fake on your resume. We don't do anything fake. We don't ask you to lie about anything. Ethical, honest, there's nothing fake. And you're going to be able to speak about your experience with confidence that you've actually done what you are doing.
We are in no ways like providing those fake offer letters to stop the OPT clock, or like inflating your resumes with fake work experience. So that makes us different.
And another thing is, we belong to the EdTech space. We're not a consultancy. We're an EdTech online EdTech company. So we provide education. We are here to help you with your skills. But as Michelle and Arjun mentioned, absolutely nothing fabricated.
I think the way I see it is like, we are actually, because of the industry, the way it is set up right now, people compare us with the consultancy. But the way I see is like, we are actually not a consultancy at all. We are Elevate Me, right? So we are who we are, and we are the first one in the market that what we are doing. Okay. So there is no company like us in this space, and that is why we have started, and we have set out to help out international students. The reason that no one else has done it because the market is very niche and like people don't pay attention to it. That is why. And so the consultancies are completely fabricated, right? So they do fabrication of your resume, they fabricate the interviews, they fabricate your story, and that fabrication happens in the beginning of landing the job, but it stays with you for lifetime now because it's in your resume. So that's the big problem with the consultancy stuff. That stays with your entire life. You can actually check out a series on our Instagram where we mention the repercussions of doing a fake experience. So we have created a whole series of small videos that you can see and understand the implication of adding fake experience. So what we do here at Elevate Me is we prepare you for the interviews. We prepare you for not just landing the first job, but many more jobs. So we are preparing you for that. And on top of that, we are helping you to land interviews. So those are the two critical pieces to get your job. Land interviews and get ready to crack interviews. So that's what we do. Land you interviews and helping you to be ready to crack those interviews. That is how I see.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks a lot for that addition, Shani. Yeah, so we are getting quite a lot of questions. I think we have time for one more. What if I don't end up getting a job? What happens then?
In my opinion, like I don't think so that is an option for an international student. So I don't see it like that. The way I see it is how long it is going to take to get the job. And we need to be very optimistic and not pessimistic. I feel like if we see the statistics, the students that come here, I think 98% of the students are very successful. The rest of the students that are, either they are very rich back in India, so they just go back, or they don't like it here. That is what happens but the rest of the students that want to stay here and continue like a work and H1B and green card, the path is very clear and most of them are able to achieve that path. So you don't need to trust my word. You can just ask around. You can call your seniors in the college. This is how the path goes actually. Now, what does Elevate Me do is basically accelerates your journey of landing a job. So let's say if you are supposed to land a job in 10 months, with the help of Elevate Me, it would become a 3 months. So you are already talented, you are smart, you have come here all the way from India, China, different country. So we are just accelerating your journey. That's what we do here. So I don't think so you have an option of not landing a job, because if you don't have a job, you have to go back to your country. So I don't think like you need to see it that way. I would say be optimistic and have a trust and have faith in yourself. And I think you will be able to do it.
Yeah, I think that answers that. Over to you, Niti. I think we are out of time.
Okay, perfect. Thanks to everybody who was able to join us today. Shani, it was amazing having you with us on the webinar. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, as Michelle had mentioned earlier, please visit our website. It's www.elevateme.pro, and you'll find all the information that you need there. You can even apply there and our team will reach out to you. And we're really excited to have you on our bootcamp. We look forward to that.
Thank you, Nidhi, for being a great co-host. Shani, thank you for joining us. Archit, our great question asker, thank you so much once again for doing that. Everyone, please join us back here next Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern for another wonderful webinar with my wonderful co-host, Nidhi. We look forward to seeing you. As right now, please have a very blessed and wonderful weekend and a great Friday afternoon. We'll see everybody next week. Bye.